Okay, so CZN just dropped a brand new character PV for Chizuru. Now, I want to actually dissect this a little bit because there were some things that I was looking at. I was like, wait a minute, is this going to be a trend? So let's go ahead, let's check this out and see what they cooked up. Dude, they need to just give us an anime. Now, I want to know, hold on, I got a question. Who is that chick on the boat? So this is basically a Seal Blade. Nice, okay. And we're at least now knowing that this guy is the Kurikage. Now I'm wondering if we'll be able to use her with her regular and then this like this demon sword, I'm assuming is what it is. That's so sick, dude. Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. That's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so they actually kind of cook with that. Now, like I said, there was a couple of different things that was shown here that were kind of stand out. Number one, this chick on the boat. She got way too much of a like clear indicated design to just be an NPC. Like if that is just what they're doing in E7, which I'm not surprised because E7 do be doing that. Smilegate, I should say, not E7. With like the NPC design, like she looks a little bit too like look at that. That's a whole character. Like that's drip back there. That who is that? Because I mean, she's almost kind of giving Chizuru vibe a little bit. Like, are they from the same clan? Like, what's going on? Now, I may actually be covering her a little bit, so I'm going to move myself so you guys can see her. But yeah, she's like right here in the background. Like, who is that? Right? Like who is this person? So that's what I want to know, right? Now, the other thing is, too, one thing I noticed with Chizuru is that she actually walks in with her own sword, right? So she has her own katana that she comes in with. And obviously her arms aren't bonded. But now with the blade, I guess, being sealed, you'll notice that, okay, obviously Kurikage comes out, boom. She has to make a decision to seal it inside of her. But that then comes with this, like, now she's in this room and she has her arms tied behind her back. Which I'm assuming this is a seal, not necessarily just so much like just kind of like just to tie her arms behind her back, right? But the thing is that what's kind of interesting about that is I'm wondering like if she's not bonded like that, if she just goes out of control. And that's probably what we'll see a little bit more of when she goes into her kind of like outbreak and like, I don't know if it's going to be like outrage or depression. I don't know what she's going to have happen, but her mental breakdown is going to more than likely kind of show that. Like that probably will have like an animation where it breaks or something. So that'll be like really cool to see. But most importantly, what I really want to see is this, right? Like, come on, bro. I'm just saying, Sasuke, like just a little bit, you know, like it is definitely kind of giving us those Susanoo vibes. So I mean, I don't know. This is a really, really cool character. I'm not gonna lie, even just comparing her to Yuki, just as far as the like initial drip marketing. Me personally, I'm a little bit more interested in this because I do like Oni style characters. What's also really interesting too is that they end this all up with like kind of showing us, number one, what the character obviously class is, faction, and etc. Right now, there's two things that are really important here. Obviously, it's the class, and another thing that I had pointed out before on the website was that they actually were showing like the attribute of the character. Now, if we go over into the game real quick, I'll show you guys there what I'm talking about. What they actually showed us was like a dark border, which was very similar to like Ren, for example. Like if you look at any of Ren's cards, right, you'll notice that she has like this purple like dark border, and that's what they showed on the official website for Chizuru as well. So with that, now that we know her class type, which is the same class type as Tressa. Now, side note real quick, is it just me, or is it like these characters that are specifically of this class, which her class is the psionic, so combatants who employ powerful enhancement skills, right? You notice how they kind of all have like some like, so far at least, some kind of like floating, like Tressa has like these floating daggers, right? Now Chizuru's gonna have these floating arms with a sword. And what's really interesting is that they kind of are enveloped in like this like darkness oriented thing. Even Kairon, like, I don't know if anybody's paid attention to Kairon, but like even Kairon, he doesn't have like any like thing floating necessarily, but he does have like this robotic prosthetic arm that basically kind of has this void. Like it's like they're all dark. I noticed so far. I don't think we have a psionic character that's not that's not void attribute. Am I like tripping? Yeah, I think there's literally no psionic character that's not void attribute right now. I don't know if that was intentional, but yeah, that's kind of what we're dealing with. So I'm kind of interested in like what's gonna break that trend up, or is that just the attribute? Like what's going on with that, right? But for right now, it seems like there's kind of like this like dark energy, dark element kind of trend to those characters. So I think that all on its own is just kind of interesting. But back to what I was saying as far as the resources go, yeah, definitely for simulation, you know that you're going to be farming the psionic mats for her. I would definitely start farming this too. That's what I actually am going to be doing, just because now it's officially confirmed. So if you go over to the combatants, you'll see here it's going to be that mat, but this also is important too, because now that you know what the combatant mat is going to be, if you go over to the partner, her on banner partner, if you are deciding that you want to pull for that, is going to also be psionic, right? So every time we have these banners rotate in and we learn what the character promotion mats are, we usually can identify what the attribute more than likely is going to be, and then also what the class type is going to be, and that like helps us with being able to farm for both the mats for the partner and as well as the combatant themselves. And then of course, as far as memory fragments and stuff like that, I'll probably talk about that in another video because we need to actually see what her kit does. So we'll have some more content coming for that as we push forward. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of interested in seeing like what this unit's really going to bring to the game, because she's not a direct DPS, but she's supposed to like kind of enhance. And I feel like that's kind of like when you get like those combos like Tressa and Hugo. I'm really interested to see who her combo is going to be with. And I'm hoping it's with some characters that really haven't been getting a ton of limelight. And if they are, there's still characters that you may have to build completely different in order for her to synergize with those other characters. So we'll see what happens, guys. But let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for Chizuru? But that's going to be that, guys. Everyone, stay blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.